everybody, my name is Brianne. You can also call me Owlco, and in this video I'm going to be talking about how to source breeders for chameleons, or how to source chameleons other than going to a pet store and buying them. If you've seen my other video, I'm not too keen on pet stores selling chameleons. If you want to go watch that, I'll put the link in this video, probably up in the corner over there. But anyways, I'm going to kind of go through the ways how I like to tell people how to look for local breeders, or breeders that are in your country. Let's get started. A lot of people will go to expos, reptile expos, to buy reptiles. Now, the thing with this is that not all reptile expos are actually going to be selling chameleons. You're mostly going to see your snakes, your leopard, your crested geckos there, and maybe a few rare reptiles as well. I've only seen a chameleon being sold one time at my reptile expo that goes on in my city, and I've been going for quite a while. The one thing about expos is that you do have to watch for is that even though they might be selling a chameleon, it does not mean that they're all knowledgeable in chameleon information. Do ask your questions if you do go to these expos. Make sure that they are the right age. Make sure that the person that is selling the chameleon to you is knowledgeable in chameleon care and what they need to probably set up a cage. If they don't, or if they can't answer these questions, probably not a good breeder or good person to buy from. Alright, so another good way to kind of find a chameleon breeder or a local breeder is through Facebook. Now, what I recommend to people is to go onto their Facebook, go into the search bar and search chameleons and wherever you're located. So for instance, I live in Canada, so I would go Chameleons Canada. You could also even go as narrow, or you kind of close down your search to even kind of say your state or province that you're living in. So I go Chameleons Alberta, or go down to my city. Now, the closer down to your city you get, the less likely you're going to find a group. You're most likely going to find a group in your state or province, or your country. What you're going to do is you're going to join these groups and then you're going to ask. So don't be shy, literally just ask, hey everybody, where can I find a good local chameleon breeder? Or does anyone know of anyone selling Yemen veiled chameleons or panther chameleons or any type of chameleon species that you are looking to purchase? Now, a lot of times, a lot of these helpful community members will give you the best information because they know where to find these chameleon breeders, other than myself, because for me, I only live in one part of Canada. I know some good reptile breeders in Canada. I don't really know of any locally where I live. Those local breeders that actually aren't as big, so they don't have a website or a Facebook page. But if you go into those groups, join those groups, ask them where you can find a good breeder in your area, and most of the time they're going to be able to tell you if there is anybody in your area that you can search for or message to see if they do have any chameleons that you could purchase. So you can also go on Kijiji or Craigslist or any buy and sell website that sells reptiles or animals, and search up chameleons. So a lot of times people will be rehoming chameleons due to maybe they can't afford to care for the chameleon. Maybe the chameleon is just getting a little bit too expensive for them. So if you do want to pick up a rescue or adopt a chameleon off a local buy and sell website, you'll definitely find people who have full setups or close to the full setup. A lot of times though, these chameleons that are being sold, they are not properly set up, so it's kind of sad, and sometimes I will literally go in Kijiji and be like, I want you, you, and you. But a lot of times people are selling them for a lot more expensive than they should actually be selling them for, so you might have to bargain if you do want to adopt. Sometimes you'll also find local breeders. So this is how I found my breeder for Carlo. He was a local breeder from a few cities over than me, so he was able to drive into my city and I was able to meet him and get a chameleon from him. However, he does not have a website, he does not have, he's not really well known, so I'm pretty sure he just has a few chameleons that he just breeds once every year. And sometimes you will be able to find these local breeders that they're selling these game and field chameleons at a lower cost than what you would find in a pet store. I got Carlo for $65 Canadian. Normally, if you go with a more well-known breeder, they're going to be higher, obviously, because the bloodline is a little bit more pure, and you're getting a chameleon to which that you know for sure that that chameleon has been cared for and has had the proper care since the day it was born. Which kind of leads me to my last and final suggestion for you to find a breeder, and once it is going with a reputable breeder within your country. So most chameleon breeders within the country, they will be able to ship reptiles across the country. However, they won't be able to ship any reptiles across the border. Trust me, I've looked and searched for some really good breeders in the United States but unfortunately they won't ship to Canada because you need a lot of other different papers for a pet to actually cross the border into a different country. So personally, I recommend just sticking within your country and finding a good breeder within your country. Now, I do want to make another video about chameleon reputable breeders in Canada. Maybe I might make one for the United States and the UK. Not too sure yet. I don't know too much about those other countries because I don't live in them. I only know so much about the country that I live in. I recommend when looking for a reputable breeder within your country, make sure that this breeder has good reviews, that they communicate well, because nothing is worse than if you get your new baby chameleon and you have a question or a concern and you ask that chameleon breeder and you don't hear back from them. It's kind of shitty. So make sure you do kind of find a breeder that you're able to communicate with. Ask them a ton of questions before you get your chameleon. That way you know you are prepared. A lot of these breeders will not sell you a chameleon until you have a full setup or you do or are equipped with the right knowledge to take care of a chameleon, and which I really like. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a big old thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more chameleon and reptile videos in the future. And don't forget to hit that notification button so you do get notified anytime I do upload a video. Be sure to check out my social media. I just made a brand new Instagram for my pets, just so that I can spam a whole bunch of cute pictures on my pets just to show you. I didn't really want to kind of clog up my personal Instagram, but you can still follow that if you like. Anyways, thanks for watching. Bye!